climbs it, so every ship is unsinkable until it sinks.
Good morning, Papa.
Morning. What's that?
Just arrived. Telegram.
This alters everything. You won't try to deny it. You must challenge the entail now, surely.
Can't we at least wait until we know they're dead before we discuss it?
Don't talk as if I'm not broken-hearted, because I am. Of course, I've never understood why this estate must go to whomever inherits your title.
My dear, I don't make the law.
I gather Murray was here today?
News travels fast. Yes, I saw him, and he's not optimistic that there's anything we can do.
I refuse to believe it.
Be that as it may, it's a fact.
But to lose Cora's fortune, to...
Really, Mamma, you know as well as I do that Cora's fortune is not Cora's fortune anymore. Thanks to Papa, it is now part of the estate. And the estate is entailed to my heir. That is it. That is all of it.
Robert, dear, I don't mean to sound harsh.
You may not mean to, but I bet you will.
24 years ago, you married Cora, against my wishes, for her money. Give it away now. What was the point of your peculiar marriage in the first place?
If I were to tell you she'd made me very happy, would that stretch belief?
It's not why you chose her. Above all those other girls who could have filled my shoes so easily.
If you must know, when I think of my motives for pursuing Cora, I'm ashamed. There's no need to remind me of them.
Don't you care about Downton?
What do you think? I've given my life to Downton. I was born here, and I hope to die here. I claim no career beyond the nurture of this house and the estate. It is my third parent and my fourth child. Do I care about it? Yes, I do care.
Hope I don't hear sounds of a disagreement.
Oh, is that what they call discussion in New York?
Well, I'm glad you're fighting. I'm glad somebody's putting up a fight.
You're not really fighting, Granny, are you, Papa?
Your grandmother merely wishes to do the right thing, and so do I.
Mary's main difficulty is that her situation is unresolved. I mean, is she an heiress or isn't she?
The entail's unbreakable. Mary cannot inherit.
No, what we need is a lawyer who's decent and honor-bound to look into it. I think perhaps I know just the man. But I do not believe you wish to inherit just because nobody's investigated properly.
No, but...
Nor can Murray accuse you of making trouble when you're the one who will suffer most from a discovery.
You're right that I don't wish to benefit at Mary's expense from an ignorance of the law.
Putting it bluntly, do you think Robert has thrown in the towel prematurely? Good heavens, what am I sitting on?
A swivel chair.
Oh, another modern brainwave?
Not very modern. They were invented by Thomas Jefferson.
Why does every day involve a fight with an American?
I'll fetch a different one.
No. I'm a good sailor.
It will depend on the exact terms of the entail and of the deed of gift when Cousin Cora's money was transferred to the estate.
That is all I ask, to understand the exact terms.
I hope you thank Matthew properly.
I got them to make him some sandwiches.
It's not quite what I meant.
And he asked me to marry him.
Heavens, what did they put in them?
I'm serious. He proposed to me.
Oh, my dear. Have you given him an answer?
Only that I'd think about it.
Well, that's an advance on what it would have been a year ago. Do you want to marry him?
I know you want me to marry him.
What we want doesn't matter. At least it's not all that matters. Do you love Matthew?
Yes. I think perhaps I do. I think I may have loved him for much longer than I knew.
Oh, my darling. Let's not pretend this isn't the answer to every one of our prayers.
But it can't be as bad as... Look, I'll come and see you. Tomorrow. No, I insist. Right, goodbye.
Papa, what's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. What should be the matter?
Why were you so heavily invested in one enterprise? Wasn't it foolish? Has some of my fortune been lost?
Some. All. Almost all.
Oh, my dear. Terrible for you.
It's not so good for you.
Don't worry about me. I'm an American. Have gun will travel.
Oh, thank God for you. Anyway.
You know what? I'm glad we have a wedding to celebrate. Let's make sure it's a great day. If it's to be our last, let's make it a wonderful last. Enjoy our lovely home and the lovely people we spent our life among.
Convincing proof of Pulbrook's death. Stop. Investigating date. What does that mean?
Well, if Pulbrook died after Reggie, then his heirs get the money. But if he died first, then I do.
But that's absurd. What right have his heirs to inherit anything?
Well, darling, what right have I? And frankly, what difference does it make? I shan't keep it if I get it.
Well, actually you will. Because something rather terrible has happened. You see, apparently Papa has lost a great deal of money. Enough to ruin him. Enough for us to lose Downton.
God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yes, but surely if Mr. Pulbrook did die before Swire, then we're saved.
What should we do now?
There's nothing we can do beyond removing all signs of a wedding and holding her hand while she recovers. She will, of course. Meanwhile, it's time to face the business of leaving Downton. Without the wedding to hide behind, there's no reason not to get on with it and astonish the world with the extent of my wretched failure.
Actually, Mary and I intended to make an announcement at dinner.
What announcement? What about?
You don't have to leave. I'll explain it later, but I'm going to give you Reggie's money. I'll accept it. And I'll give it to you.
Don't be silly. You're not going to give me any money.
But I am. You don't want to leave. Nor does Mary. Nor do any of us, for that matter.
I still won't take your money. What I will allow is for you to invest in the place. If we stay, you'll share the ownership. It'll be your house, your estate, as much as mine. We will be joint masters. And if you won't agree, I will sell, and it'll all be your fault.